Yeah. Don't.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Sorry I was running late due to traffic.
No problem. Look, we're still in traffic, so we get it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. How many people do we have here? We have 6 total. All right. Let's see. What exactly time is it? 5:03 Central. I don't know if you wanted to wait a minute or get right to it and go for it. It's recorded, so we are already recording since you guys hopped on, so everything you just said to each other is all recorded. How about that?
Everyone will hear about my nightmare today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I was thinking the best way to do this is to just run over what I've already created for you guys, those spreadsheets with the tentative schedule and the airline arrival stuff, and then we can get into questions from there. Do you think that's okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All righty. Okay. So I have 18 people in our house. Okay. And that is perfectly fine because, just so you know, we have 5 bedrooms, and we have in bedroom 1 a king and a bunk bed, in bedroom 2 a queen and a double, in bedroom 3 another king and 2 singles, in bedroom 4 another king and another bunk bed, and in bedroom 5 a queen bed. In addition, there are 3 couches and air mattresses if somebody is like fed up with their bedmate and want to go chill out. Okay, so there's lots of space. We don't have to worry about that. And from what I understand, we are waiting on the Airbnb lady to confirm, just so that we know what size the crock pot is for any cooking, if they have plenty of towels for a full house of people, things like that. But Amy is going to be arriving first with respect to the airport, and everybody comes in on Tuesday, just so we all know, except for Allison. She arrives the evening before, and she's staying somewhere downtown, and we're picking her up. Okay, but hey, Amy.
Hi, baby.
And so Amy will have a rental car, and she will take care of the first wave, which is Robin, Amy, and then they'll go get Allison. Okay. Amy is graciously going to go check out the house and get that all settled with respect to just getting water, getting things that are necessary for us. Because as you guys mostly know from Atlanta, you don't land until 9:40 at night. So there's no time to get water. There's no time to get coffee. There's no time to do any of that. So our lovely, fearless leader is going to take care of that for us. All right.
Jazz hands, coffee. Jazz hands, come on.
Yep, jazz hands. Okay. So the second wave of people arriving is around 3 or 4:30. And that would include myself as the rental car driver, Sarah, Patty, and Bonnie. Okay. Those are the 4 people that are going to be coming with me. All right. Then we have the third wave that's this long on my list with lots of people coming from Atlanta. And there will be 2 cars taking care of that big chunk of people.
Yes.
We have an 8-passenger minivan and a 4-passenger car that we're hoping we can utilize. The only thing that I would strongly suggest, I'm going to make sure everybody knows this before we leave, that leg coming from the airport is going to be tight in the vehicles, and you may have to have luggage between your legs or luggage between 2 people on the seat, that kind of thing. As long as we can get you to the exactly, as long as we can get you to the house, that's the main priority. Now, where is everything in regards to everything else? Okay, that's pretty interesting. And if you're driving, I will provide you with addresses, and therefore you can punch them into your phone and give you a heads up, because I already did the mapping of how long it'll take for us to get from point A to point B.
God bless you, child.
I am green as green gets. Okay, so if that's
God
the
bless you,
personality colors. All right, so the reason why I'm telling you this now is because from the airport to the house is about a 45 minute drive. Okay, so get comfy, enjoy the scenery, except for those that are driving. Okay.
And we're still going to enjoy the scenery anyhow.
Yes, we will. Especially those unbelievable sunsets. Absolutely
The
gorgeous.
mountains, the mountains.
Yes. Based on the schedule, Tuesday is just get to the house day. Okay. Fly to Salt Lake City, get to the house. All right. We will have some surprises here and there to welcome you to Salt Lake City, because that's the lovely leaders that we are. We love all of our people. And we'll have water ready to go, courtesy of Amy. And any questions that can be asked, we'll probably still be up chit-chatting when everybody gets there.
Real quick, I'll probably pick up like some basic fruit, some snack of some type that you can, like a continental breakfast is what I'm trying to think for my Wednesday morning. And if I drink my coffee black, so anybody who needs creamer, let me know, because I'll pick up some creamer for you coming in. But I don't drink that, so I don't think about it. And then I was just thinking, oh crud, most people don't drink their coffee black, Amy, so I better have some. So if y'all have some specialty needs of like coffee creamer, that kind of thing, and I'll pick up coffee for the place and check it out and scope it out. And I'm probably going to get like, I don't know, we go through a lot of water, everybody. We go through a lot of water. So I'll probably get 8 or 10 cases of water to bring on in with me, since I'll have the minivan and I won't have all the luggage. And then the other thing I was going to get, sorry, Lisa, I didn't mean to snake your wave, were some styrofoam coolers for each car. So like a $3 styrofoam cooler for each car, so that we can keep waters cool in the car. Because we need to just be realize that y'all need to drink a lot of water. Because that's the only thing that made me feel kind of weird out there. The altitude doesn't get you a little bit, but man, when you get dehydrated and you're in that altitude, it's like, oh wow. So lots of water, lots of water, lots of water.
A tip on that point. I experienced that last year.
Mm-hmm.
It surprises you. It sneaks up on you. And the minute you start feeling it, that lightheaded, crazy, whatever, promise me that you'll chug water. Even if you're not thirsty, you don't chug a bottle of water. And you will be shocked at how fast you start feeling better.
Yeah. And as much as we don't love the smell of Digest, it will be our friend.
Yep.
Just for those reasons. Aroma Ease, Digest. And the only other thing I always make sure I have, somebody's got like whoosh, whoosh, going on.
Sorry, it's not wind. Let me, come on.
Is our nitros. Nitros really help me. So you may not need them till you get there, so don't worry about bringing them with you. You can get some while we're there, whatever. But I always have a nitro, because it really helped with any altitude adjustment, as for me anyhow, as far as a headache or anything like that. So that's how I came to know and love nitros, is 2 years ago at convention.
Right.
I have a quick question, Amy.
Yeah,
and Lisa.
sure.
So I'm used to, and Laura's gonna roll her eyes at me, I'm used to carrying a water bottle with me. Whether or not it is filled constantly, that's a different question. But instead, I know that you're gonna have all the water there that's already bottled, but is it easy just to refill a water bottle?
Sure. There are like water fountains at the convention center and places like that. But at the house, I don't know the water there. So
Yeah,
I would
no,
just,
for sure.
and having extra ones for when we're in the car,
Yeah.
you're amazed at how much you go through. Like,
No,
you know,
for sure. I just want to make sure that I
Especially
do
on Farm Day.
keep it on my list to bring it. Did you hear
Absolutely.
me, Laura? I am worried about my water. Okay.
I'm so
Yeah,
proud. I'm
everyone to
so
hear.
very proud of you. Good job, Bert.
Allison, I think you had a question.
The big thing about the water is especially on Farm Day, because that's where most people get dehydrated, being outside all day.
That's where it happened to me.
they provide water. Just remember to actually pick one up and open it. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. Kind of.
We're so busy looking at everything and absorbing everything.
And you don't realize, because it's not the humid heat that we're used to, you're not really sweating the same way. So you're kind of like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm not that hot. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm kind of dizzy and nauseated. And that's when you're like, oh, I need to drink more water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As
Okay.
far as the house, I've reached out to the lady who owns it. She is not as effective at communication as I would like her to be. So as soon as I hear anything from her, I will get on the convention Facebook page and let you all know. Because I asked about towels, would there be enough? I mean, if you advertise your place that can hold 20 people, you should have enough towels for 20 people. Is there a washer and dryer that we can utilize if we need to? I'm not planning on doing a whole lot of laundry, but if something happens, I want to be able to, just in case. Does everybody really need to bring a hair dryer? Oh, are there 2 or 3? Yeah. I mean, you see my new convention cut. Here we go.
Fabulous, darling.
This is drip dry. So, I'm kind of like, I don't want to have to, I've got everything in a carry-on. So I'm going to do my best to pack very light. And as far as, I love the hat, Laura. That
Laura!
is it. I love it. You are convention ready, sister. Farm Day fresh.
Look for the hat, you'll find Laura.
That's right. So, I mean, and that's something you all might want to think about. What are your specific needs for being outdoors? Do you want a hat? Do you want sunscreen? Do you need bug repellent? Some are have higher needs. Some others are like, I'm like, okay, but I'm kind of like that anyhow.
Know that you'll be around a lot of like-minded people, and if you forget something or you change your mind about something and you're already here in Salt Lake City, we're going to cover you. We're going to find you. We're going to take care of you. It's not the end of the world if you forget something or figure out after going that, oh, it would have been so nice if I had this. Well, somebody's bound to have extra or can help you out.
Right. So, well, yeah, I mean, and y'all, we're all there to have fun, to learn, to enjoy each other. I'm thinking 2 or 3 diffusers, maybe even 4. If I need to pack one, I can shovel it in somehow or another, or maybe even
I'm bringing one. So we'll have at least 2.
I can't, last year, the convention house had plugins all over the place when they got there, and she was like, oh, crud, going around unplugging plugins and putting in, on diffusers. So, I mean, I can't guarantee anything about the house. It's supposed to be very clean, and one of her rules is you take your shoes off at the door. So I'm assuming the place is pretty darn clean if we all have to take our shoes off at the door. I mean, hopefully nobody's there to monitor us and whether or not we do, but hey.
Request.
Yes, I mean, I get it. You want to keep your house as nice as possible. I don't know. Anyhow, are there any other questions that I could possibly answer about the house?
We have a bunch of people that have signed up to bring non-toxic stuff so that we can maintain all of our non-toxic living. And we should be covered with respect to that. Just the 2 biggest things that I think would be very helpful for everybody to bring is a towel, if you can fit it in your luggage, roll it up really tight. And a diffuser, you think about it. If you can't fit it in, no big deal. I know that there's going to at least be 2, probably several more. And an ice pack and a disposable lunch, a collapsible lunch, I mean.
Lunchbox, yeah.
Push it in your luggage as much as you can. Get one of those ice packs that is the gel kind or very, very thin, and stuff it inside your luggage somewhere, because you're going to be using that puppy almost every day.
The other thing, on Wednesday morning, while you all are at the warehouse, myself and possibly Lisa, I'm not sure, maybe another person, are going to go and do some quickie grocery shopping for everybody. So Tuesday night, or Wednesday morning really early before we have to leave, or in the car, whatever, we can be hammering it out. We got a 30-minute drive or so. A list of things that you would like for your lunches and for your breakfasts the days that are open, which I think we only have 2 days we take lunches. Is that correct, or is it 3?
1, 2, 2. If we go out to eat with Roots of Abundance at the Blue Lemon on Tuesday Wednesday after the warehouse, then it's only 2 lunches.
So, I mean, we won't need huge amounts of food. And then we have 1 dinner, which is Thursday night.
Yep.
And I can see what everybody's up for, but I'll put out a couple of ideas on the convention page. She's supposed to have a crock pot. I want to look at that first before I say I'll cook dinner on Thursday night for everybody. But I would just probably do like crock pot salsa chicken, something like that. And then we can all have, or something of that nature. And then we can all make and take tacos or nachos or whatever. And it's an easy and yet fairly inexpensive dinner that everybody can enjoy. So, I mean, if y'all are up for that on Thursday evening, or if Thursday night you want to go out and do your own thing, y'all just let us know.
Right. The schedule is completely flexible because this.
Yeah, you're all adults.
We just created a schedule so that you'd have some sort of a clue as to what is happening when. And then if you decide, hey, I don't want to go out, stay home. Okay. I did that one night because I was utterly exhausted last year. And yes, I missed out on the grand finale concert, which was amazing, but I really needed to rest before I went home.
Right.
So it's totally up to you. It's merely a suggestion.
And Thursday night is really the only night we'll be eating in. And so and totally up to you, and no pressure, but I was thinking, okay, we can have some community there. And Crystal, if you wanted to come and bring your daughter, and then we can swing you back up, whatever. I mean, we'll make it work. But that's really the only night we don't have something else going on. And we don't have,
right. I just wanted to point out, has anybody that's on this call had a chance to look at the schedule? Okay. Did you notice that because of the schedule, when we leave in the morning on some days, we do not come back until it's time to lay our heads on a pillow?
Right.
Okay. You have to think, when we leave, have everything with you. That backpack or whatever we get from Young Living needs to be packed and ready to go with snacks, your lunch, things like that you're going to
notebook, paper, pen.
Right. Okay.
And each time I've ever gone, so okay, this is my 4th time. They've given us a bag of some kind, backpack, mail carrier type bag, some kind of a bag, and a small notebook with a pen. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, I've got to pack another this, or, if you're cool with taking it on the same in a notebook, then they have that, like a journal is what's provided for you. And what else do they give us, Lisa?
Gosh, I forget.
It's a bag. I mean, there's sometimes some goodies in there as well. You just never know what you're going to get.
Right.
But yeah, so don't freak out and don't feel like you have to bring a backpack, because you're going to have to fit a backpack or so like I'm just going to carry a purse and my carry-on, and then I'm going to have my backpack and my carry-on to go home with.
And then you guys did see that when you go to the arena for all the general sessions, you are only allowed to bring in your Young Living thing that they give us, whatever it is, or a clear bag. So the backpack has to be something you can shove your purse in if you want to bring a purse, and that's all you're bringing in the doors. They're making concessions for us, allowing us to bring in the Young Living approved bag.
Right. It's not their, I mean, Young Living doesn't have control of the stadium. It's a university
It is what it
stadium.
is.
And they'll have their concession people there. So although we would love it if we had all organic food and everything else, they're going to have French fries and hot dogs and peanuts. I mean, that's kind of what they have at stadium. So
Right. Okay.
So Amy, Lisa, let me see if I understood correctly. On the day that we're going there, if we were to have another backpack ourselves, we cannot bring that in. The only thing we can bring is the Young Living one.
yes.
You can
Unless your backpack's clear.
You can bring your backpack to convention, but not to the stadium.
Okay.
So in the middle of the day, when you've been at classes all day at the convention at Salt Palace, you can use your own bag. But then when we leave, go grab a bite to eat somewhere and then go to the stadium, you'll have to switch it out for the Young Living bag. And to me, that's heartache and more stuff you got to pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other thing, okay, so y'all, I know this is going to come as a shocker to some of y'all. I have a little blue in me, so I've got a little bit of rebel in me.
Oh, Lord.
So I know Laura just went, All right. So let me just say that we are supposed to park in a designated lot and then take a shuttle to the stadium every night.
Mm-hmm.
I had never done that. I always try to find parking somewhere close. I've created my own parking. I'm kind of rebel like that. Y'all can do whatever you choose to do. However, I don't really want to be at a stadium, then have to get in a shuttle on a line to get in a shuttle. I mean, I know I'm not trying to, and then get off the shuttle, find my car, load everybody in. That to me is like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. So I plan on parking somewhere close by and living dangerously.
All right, let me give you a timeline to appreciate her rebelness. Okay? The general sessions 2 nights of the week end at 10:30. Then it's a 45-minute drive to the house before you can even go to bed. All right. That's why we're pushing the envelope and finding a seat or a parking spot close. It just cuts off 30 minutes of having to wait in the line to get the shuttle, then get to the car, then.
Right.
Those are the 2 latest evenings. That's Wednesday and Friday. Okay. Saturday is the closing event, and that probably lasts until 8:30, 9 o'clock. Not as late. Okay.
Right. Then we'll get home.
But Wednesday and Friday, you better put your big girl panties on because it's going to be a long day.
Get you some nitro, get you some zinc, put on some energy.
You will be surprised at
Yeah.
how much energy you have because it's all adrenaline. You're with so many like-minded people that you want more and more and more, and you will go and you will not even think about it until 3 or 4 days later. You're, whoa, I'm exhausted. You're gonna love it.
Well, and let me just say, yes, that's so true because you are around so many people and the energy of the whole place is going to be really high, especially with it being their 25th anniversary. I mean, it is going to be like, boom, boom. I mean, call the thunder, lightning, I mean, that's why we're having, that kind of band. I'm excited about it. Look, Laura, you were cracking me up. I'm like, look, she's in San Francisco by the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but anyhow. So the other thing is, I want you all, now I did not do this my first year. My first year that I went to convention, I stuck to my people like glue, and I was very much like, But every other year since then, I've kind of stretched myself. Yes, I want to be with my people, and I am with my people, but talking to new people is incredible. These people are like some of the coolest people I've ever been around in my entire life. And you're waiting in line for the bathroom and you strike up a conversation and you're like, you live in Australia. Awesome. And I mean, I can't even express to you like, oh, you're from New Zealand. Oh, you're from Hawaii. Oh, I mean, or Minnesota. It's amazing. And there are so many cool people that just like you can learn from, and they'll tell a story and you're just like, oh my gosh, I had no idea you could even use it like that. That's great. So just be like a sponge and absorb everything you can and enjoy and stretch yourself to meet new people, because every single person that I ever sat next to at an event that I was like, I don't really want to be in this one because nobody's coming with me. I'm going to sit here by myself. And yet I reached out and went, hey, how are you today? You know, and bam, those people are people that I'm friends with now on Facebook, and I know about their kids, and you know, it's just really cool. So stretch yourself, meet new people, have fun. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Make sure you make time to go to the expo.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because my first convention, I was Miss Rule Follower. Go to the classes, go to the classes, go to the classes. You'll never get that chance to learn all that information. Go, go, go. And then I was like, wait a minute. I haven't had any time to go to the expo yet. I skipped a class and I went to the expo. You just gotta make time for it. Don't miss it. And one trip to the expo, not enough.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I was going to say. Obviously, I've never been, but, and no offense to anybody on this, but you guys are kind of transportation and homebodies, but I'm going to be wandering. I'm going to be experiencing the whole thing. I'm not necessarily going to be tied up to the whole crew, walking in a little crowd together. I'm going to be wandering and checking stuff out. So,
well,
if possible, I do want to start a group text. Whether we do it, I don't know, right before we go, whatever, but I want to start a group text so that when we are saying we are walking to the car, our car is pulling out now. If we don't have someone, we're 45 minutes away. And I'm not trying to be biatchy, but I am saying, you know, there comes a time at the end of the day that I might be like, yeah, herding snakes. Everybody
don't want to leave anybody behind.
Right.
So one thing that I would like to kind of throw in on that, because I know that you're feeling the pressure of being the leader and making sure everybody gets, you know, out in the morning and back in the evening and all of those things, and you're feeling that pressure and you want to make sure everybody's good and taken care of. But we are all grown people.
Absolutely.
And every single one of them you need to know what driver you're riding with.
Right.
And you need to be ready when they're ready. Like, this is ridiculous. We are grown-ups here.
Absolutely.
And I say we have one little, hey, everybody, this is the deal meeting. And that's it. Like, otherwise, Uber's great. You really like Uber. Uber's really nice for you. Sorry.
No, I agree. 100%. But I don't want to come across as the mean body, but really, like, we're all adults. We can all, you know, I mean, I don't need to tell you what to eat or when to eat or how to, you know, do anything. You're all grown ups. You can handle it.
It's just too much stress to try and do that. I mean, it's great to have a home base where everybody can kind of go and chill out and get some sleep and grab some food and love on each other for a second. But I mean, come on, we know how to do things on our own.
Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that.
Now, on that note, the car that you come to the house in from the airport is not necessarily the car that you're always going to ride in.
Correct. I agree. I understand that.
It's going to shift. Yeah. Okay.
Know what you're doing and know where you're going and know who you need to ride with every day. If that is something you want to map out on day one, great. Just make sure that's done.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any curious questions?
Any other questions?
I do know that there's a couple of, I guess it's extras about, whoever that was. But, you know, there's a couple of caveats, like who needs to get to the airport on a specific day at a different time that not everybody else is doing. Maybe we just throw those all out on the first night too and just say, hey, here are the different little specials. Can anybody volunteer to help with this? Can anybody, and just make sure that everybody's taken care of. If they're worried, I think Catherine Jones needs to go to the airport at one point on
She's
Saturday
night. So,
so just different things like that. Maybe just, I don't know if that's coordinated already in
that
the,
is, yeah,
Okay, good.
we pretty
Awesome.
much got that together.
Look
Catherine,
at you, Lisa.
yeah.
Why would I doubt you, Lisa?
I mean, come
Why?
on, we're talking to the ultra green, neon green.
How could I possibly doubt you? I'm so sorry.
Allison, did you have a question?
So I was just gonna see who all was gonna go to Aroma Share, and like, what are we doing for registration?
So Wednesday will be registration and aroma share.
Okay.
Actually, Allison, this is my opinion. You, myself, and Robin might on Tuesday go ahead and register since we're there. We can't check into the house until 3. So
Because that's what, yeah.
but we can figure that out. But yeah, aroma share will be Wednesday between what, Lisa?
Wednesday between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Okay, because
but there's different times that you set up to go, and I know that there was a question. Sister Amy had a question about if we are going to, I think, the warehouse that day, how long will it take to get back, and if we do the 10 to 12 block to get in there, is that a legitimate time frame, or should we do the 12 o'clock on in order to do aroma share that day? Like, does anybody know how?
I was told as long as you had a ticket for that day, it really didn't matter what time you went, as long as it wasn't before the time on the ticket. So if you got 9 a.m. ticket, go anytime that day.
So here's how the schedule for Wednesday is tentatively set. Warehouse 9 a.m. That's for sure. Okay. The warehouse is fairly close to the house. It's only 20 minutes away from the house, so that's easy peasy. Okay. Then while people are at the warehouse, some of us are going to take care of the groceries. Okay. And then we will be departing after that, meeting up together, whatever you want to call it, at Blue Lemon if you're interested, for Roots of Abundance to have lunch together. I mean, you got to eat, right? And after the warehouse tour, usually people are starving. And then from then all the way to 6 o'clock, it's free game, which is why Amy suggested registration. Registration is right across the street from Aroma Share. So all afternoon after lunch till we have to go to general session at the stadium at 6 is open game.
So we'll probably just park downtown, and then when it's time to go to the stadium, we'll be rebels. Go find something close and go from there.
I have one more question.
Okay.
We have to buy a ticket for Aroma Share before we get there, yes or no?
No. It's been confirmed that one of the threads that I was looking at, you do not have to buy a ticket prior to arrival. They are selling at the door.
Which is great because, I'm not a big shopper, to be honest. Like, I can't stand shopping. I will push myself to go through and hang out for a little while, but it's not my thing. So what?
Last year, the author corner,
yes, and that's free,
require a ticket, and all I want are the books and maybe to meet some of the authors. And not all of them are in there, but a lot of them are. Like Lucy Libido, I met her. Just lots of people. Lindsay Elmore, I met her.
Sarah Harnish.
Right, Jen O'Sullivan. So that's free, and you don't have to get a ticket. You don't have to worry about getting in there, and that's what I'm interested in, are the books. Oh, and save your pennies. Life Science has a room at convention that's quite tantalizing. I don't know if it has any significant sales, but man, when you walk past all those postcards and books and bottles and things, you're just going to go, oh, I can take that.
Well, and it's cool because you can also talk about, okay, we could split some of these, or we can, so it's neat. You'll enjoy it.
Yep. Any other
questions, Amy?
Laura, are you good? Laura?
I think I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I had to demute.
Good. Okay, I hope that this helped, and made everybody feel a little bit better.
It did. I just kind of, I thought it's a good idea to have one little spot to answer all the questions. And then when we get there, there's going to be more questions. Even after people see this, there's going to be more questions. And I think it's just going to be good to do it. And then maybe a quick little team meeting when we're all there in Salt Lake would be awesome. And then we're good.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this, ladies. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you so much. It's really
Hopefully I'll see most of y'all at 8:00 tonight for gut health.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep. Gut health.
Whoop, whoop.
Get to know
All
your
right, guys.
Thanks, ladies. Bye.
All right. See you guys later.